let's go back to the story of Adam and Eve. What we're first taught in religion. Were they the very first humans to be born? And there's a second part of this question. Is there an Adam and Eve of every race?
Okay, that's a great question. So first of all, we have to get out of people's minds is that there were not already humans on the earth, right? They were just a different kind of humans, right? They weren't necessarily tuned in, right? They didn't have that God light inside of them, right? So what we did is and this is basically I'm trying to feel like who's here, and they're saying like just a representative of the Anunnaki race, right? Like they just want to say like there were already humans here.
There were already living beings here.
Yes, there was living beings here. We came in because we wanted to create a different kind of being, one with a more evolved more evolved, being able to be taught how to communicate, speak, how to recreate, how to live kind of side by side with us, right? Like you were created originally to sort of help us, right? Like we needed your help. We needed you to sort of harvest things for us. Our workers were getting tired, so we wanted to create another race to sort of help our team. And they're saying like, and in all reality, our workers sort of, they were bored. They wanted companions. They wanted mates. They wanted to not just work all the time.
Okay, let's pause right there. I have a question. Were these new humans that were created, were they created from a baby or were they already grown?
The new humans.
What they're saying that they had to create.
Okay, so what they're saying is that we tried all different types of sort of, we have master geneticists, right? Like they're quote unquote aliens. So they came here with all of their alien knowledge to create living beings, so they knew what they were doing. Right? So they have a master geneticist, and they sort of created like test tube babies.
So they had to raise them into workers.
No.
Okay.
No. But then eventually, yes. Right? Because that's when we call her Mother Isis, right? But really, she was an original sort of Anunnaki coming down here to sort of help us restart or start a population of humans to help us do whatever we need to do to create a sort of a peaceful environment, right? So she was sort of a volunteer to just be like, let me birth it. Let me put it in me. And let me carry it to term, and then we will raise it as one of our own, right? And sort of from there, they could make genetic copies, right? They had the one original, and now that they have that one original, they can sort of test its genes and its DNAs and it's all this stuff, and then they can recreate from there. And so, yeah, although one story is that it originated from here, but there was sections of sort of Anunnakis all over creating this same sort of thing. And I've heard that the different races are representative of sort of the different races of Anunnaki. It was sort of like their brand. They put a brand on, and then they would know like that's so-and-so's clan, that's so-and-so's herd or whatever, you know, like it was marked. They were marked. Yeah.
So that's why we have the different, like we have.
Yeah, it's not from like where you live or where you came from. It's like sort of like
a brand.
Who made you.
That's so.
Yeah. So that's crazy.
Yeah. Like church never gave you that.
Church will never tell you that. Adam and Eve is sort of just it's a fairy tale.
Okay, so there wasn't really an Adam.
Adam, if it was an Adam, it was Atom, right? Adam, like created from an atom, right? There was also Atum, which was an Egyptian god. So there's No, I feel like Adam and Eve was just a fairy tale.